Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this has been a Truner. Welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, where last time, I'd say we did a pretty good job reorganizing the Empire. We have now got Hellenists all over the flippin' shop, and more importantly, plenty of the kingdoms have now been restored to viceroyalty. So, everything should now be a lot easier to manage going forward. And on top of that, because we've been spending like the best part of a few decades just working on our internal problems, everyone in the world seems to have forgotten that we might be, you know, a bit threatening and likely to invade them. So let's get on with invading them. Though in all fairness, the King of Sicily is doing a good job just smashing southern Romaine by himself, and on top of that, there is a bit of an epidemic going on down there. So maybe let's not march our troops into that territory just this second. We'll wait for the epidemic to die down. I could do with, yeah, building up a bit more of a war chest regardless. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to just focus on the family just for a moment. Wait till we get ourselves, yeah, a handful of extra sons, everything will be lovely. And we do actually have, yeah, some big raiders and big revolts going on. So let's just deal with that nonsense first. Not that I'll be dealing with it, though. I don't really want to pay for, you know, repairs to my retinue or maintaining my own troops. So we'll just be using, you know, the vassal troops for this one. Especially as right now, my most important kingly vassals seem to absolutely love me. So that's all gonna be fine. Oh, and here's some good news. They're trying to take Egypt. Again, and that really works for me, because the Pope being nice and weak and distracted, that's just good news all round. And honestly, the Pope's close to losing everything. He doesn't have Rome anymore. I could take this one tiny remaining territory over here. If the Pope just runs out of land, what happens? Plus, if we're lucky, this will distract various Catholic nations who run down to Egypt to try and defend it, so that'll just weaken all of them too. And here's good news, the King of Sicily's expansion north has apparently been very successful indeed. In fact, I think he might have just burnt Rome down a bit. Yes, he did just burn Rome down a bit. Good! I'm planning to go and burn them down myself shortly. And here we go, proof the plan is working. So, old One Eye of Thrace has finally passed on age 68, good run for him, but his successor is also of the Hellenic faith. Good, I feel like we've got it well rooted in the Empire at this point. And his son too after him, marvellous. I am also rather fond of the fact that all this religious nonsense means that everybody's sending preachers to my court, and I just get to keep throwing them in prison. And then you can make some really good money just releasing them. Or if you want to, just kill them for fun. I'm pretty sure all of these guys are preachers. Here we go. One bishop right there. Another bishop right there. That's actually Prince Hector. He can just stay, actually. Then we've got ourselves yet more bishops. Yep. In all fairness, that's 75 gold. I'll take that. And here's a rare sight. A host that didn't just run away in the face of a massively superior army. Good, we've just trashed them. Okay, the Pope's already down a fair few troops because, yeah, he hired a whole bunch, but they do seem to be dying off. It's bought him an early advantage in this war, and obviously a bunch of other people have joined in. And when I say a bunch of other people, Hungary basically doesn't exist. The crazy Irish nation next door has got nothing. And then it's England, basically. Okay, not sure how much you guys are going to be contributing right now. Still, these guys have got, like, double the troops right now, so they should be fine to push in eventually. We'll just let the Pope be bled a bit more dry before we consider moving in ourselves. Ah yes, and a bit of dynastic wrangling comes to pass here. The Duchess of Montania has indeed now married one of mine. Absolutely beautiful. Or rather, they're betrothed, but I just gave permission, so it's going to happen in a second. So yeah, that's going to be more territory. There we go, lovely. So that is going to be more territory belonging to my dynasty sooner rather than later. Ooh, here's fun. Bulgaria must have done a bit of expanding or something, because I've gained the right to create the Kingdom of Armenia. Okay, so break down Bulgaria a bit further, and this bit of Bulgaria all belongs to you. Duke Yakub of the Yazidid Emirates. So, okay. What we potentially need to do is, yeah, name you as king, unfortunately. Because you're the only person who's really got the right to be the king of Armenia right now. Which is a bit of a shame because, yeah, you're Catholic somehow. And I'm guessing also, you're going to refuse any attempt at betrothal because you consider me an infidel. Yes, right. So that's gonna be tricky. What we need to do instead is wait for you to get married by your own choice. And then when that happens, we give you the kingdom so you love me, and then we leverage that in order to educate your children. So just keep an eye on the Armenia situation, no need to rush it. Okay, slow fever down in southern Italy seems to have entirely cleared up, beautiful. And Sicily's expansion to this city's actually done me a big favour, because now I don't need to bother attacking the Pope immediately. Because previously I thought it was going to take, 1 war, 2 wars, 3 wars, using my special pagan attacks in order to get to Rome. But now I can do it in just 2 steps. Guide to here, and that's it. We're on Rome's doorstep. I mean, in all fairness, the Pope is already looking very weak at this point. He is losing troops fast. He can't possibly keep this up right now. Then again, he is making a profit despite having hired a decent number of troops. Not sure how you're doing that, but you are, so well done to you. So we'll just keep an eye on this territory down over here. But yeah, Gaeta. That's my next target, especially as, hang on. Yep, these guys have got themselves literally no allies whatsoever. And they're also busy fighting a couple of wars. They're losing some Tunisian conquest over here. And as for you, there's another holy war going on over there. So, okay, basically, you're under attack from all sides. This is an excellent time to launch an attack on you. Oh, and he's even bankrupt right now. He can't hire any mercenaries. Oh, this is meant to be. Right, we're coming the flip in, guys. Here we go. As a pagan, I've just got the right to walk into literally anything that borders me. And technically, we do have the world's tiniest land border. And if I do this, I get moral authority of Hellenism up, which is going to make it a tiny bit faster for people to come round to Zeus being the one true god, aside from all the other gods, who are also true gods. Then there are a bunch of, sort of gods, like the anthropomorphic personification of Night, who's, mentioned in the Iliad and is sort of a god, but no, it's... Okay, Hellenic religion is a little bit on the fuzzy side, I'll admit. And thankfully, yes indeed, my council is very much on board because they're mostly loyalists and pragmatists. Good stuff. Oh, he can't even raise local troops because this territory's just been smashed by foreign invaders recently. There's literally one guy trying to defend this. Oh, this is just meant to be. This is perfect timing. The moment I say this, all of those wars end immediately. But hang on. Hang on. That means these territories are going to be... Oh my! That means these territories are going to be wide open for being sieged down, straight away. Okay, guys. Pick your target. We're going for all of these territories. We're just going to do it all in one go. Yeah, you know what? I think with strength 2.2, we're just going in, actually. Oh, there's only 800 men. Oh, this is perfect. These guys are just... They've got no fort level. What on earth are you guys doing? Also, good for King Zeus. He's decided to actually attack King Gandalf to take over more of southern France. I mean, you know what? Go for it. Expand Greece into southern France. I welcome it. Meanwhile, Trebizond and Sicily, they're going after the King of Georgia, who is apparently a member of the Avengers, but screw it, you should be able to handle that anyway. So, yeah, I think they're just picking off Georgia, territory by territory, just squeezing further and further in. Okay, pregnancy number 2, let's have a son, because that's going to sort out this nonsense. Yep, somewhere in my empire, people are really trying to get me to flip to Catholicism. And unfortunately, every time they do, I've got a 10% chance of paranoid, which doesn't really work for me. Then again, it kind of does, doesn't it? I don't want to lose diplomacy, because diplomacy is really good for general opinion modifiers, but more paranoia, more intrigue, that's not bad. On this occasion, though, didn't actually matter, and here we go. The army of Amalfi has landed over here, is doing a good job attacking this nonsense. We'll wrap up this, and then we'll go and take care of them. With one big battle, and the main territory mostly sieged, everything should be fine. Also, I'm loving this, because I'm not actually paying for this army right now. But I am still getting, you know, the money from the sieging, which is great. So you, yeah, good commanders, that's all absolutely fine. Head over here, smash into these guys. It's mountains, but you more than double outnumber them, and I suspect, yeah, that's 800 light infantry. That's quite a lot, and light cavalry too. This force should be... okay, it's fairly light infantry, but you've got a lot more heavy infantry. That's the important point. Oh, yeah. They're being smashed. One of their flanks has already been just destroyed by the King of Thrace over here. So he's going to turn his attention to the centre. No problem whatsoever. And, oh my goodness, good flipping news right here. A son born in the purple. Now, that should solve all of these problems. Beautiful. And as much as I enjoy the idea of Callistos II, no. This person is Poseidon. And Poseidon's most famous human child in mythology was almost certainly Theseus. So that is what my first son is going to be called. Now, we need to keep this child alive, damn it. He's a Libra. So, stewardship up, intrigue down. Not the worst thing in the world, that's fine as a starting point. And, more importantly, yeah, he's Hellenic from the get-go, so we don't need to bother training him in the right religion. We can just give him whatever focus we want. There we go. That battle goes very well for me. Plenty of war score. We can just take this territory back. 78 men. Job done there. Up to 78%. Still 2 core territories of this area left over. But I believe this should be, that's 2.5, that's a 2.1. Fine, we should just be able to storm that and to end the war immediately. And we've made some good money out of this. And sure, my vassals have got, like, you know, -8 against me, but it doesn't matter. This guy loves me. This guy absolutely loves me, though he's also got the Great Pox and is stressed. Okay, but you had a son. Yes, you've got a son ready already, so that's fine. Right, Siege of the Next goes in, and yeah, at this point we're just basically rushing it, because these territories are just basically unguarded. 100%, job done, you'll be surrendering, and with that, we're at the gates of Rome. We're basically right flipping there, though I've just inherited a bunch of territory. I really shouldn't have. Yes, please start inventing vassals. In particular, the local church should of course have a Hellenic priest. Love it. Also, how in the name of heck did I just go up to 12.9% threatening of taking one county? How? And as for the crusade, by the way, that's actually going in favour of the Pope for now. Though the number of troops he's got is limited. Okay. In all fairness, I wouldn't mind just going straight for Rome right now. I could just beeline straight for Rome, but on the other hand, this is a really good opportunity for me to just take this one tiny, insignificant city that's basically, well, it looks unguarded, and he's not got any packs, but then sometimes people just come to help the Pope because they feel like it, I guess. No. I can't resist this. We're going for Rome, but first I need to get rid of a bit of this territory. You know what? You could do with a bit more land. Here you go. The more strength that he personally commands, the better. It makes him more secure. Okay, Romaine has 7,000 troops they can call up, which is a fairly large amount. Yes. And they've also got friends. That's the king up here. You've only got 3,000. Honestly, that's not very much at all. King of France has only got about 5,000 troops right now. That's not that much either. The Knights Templar do have a fairly large amount going on, but I feel like they're a bit, you know, busy with the Crusade, potentially. This could still be a surprisingly large, difficult war just to take Rome. The thing is, I do just want to start it right now, because now I'm over 5%, people can start inventing pacts against me. Yeah, even though this is going to cost me 1,000 vassal troops to do, because right now I'm paused the day the last war ended, I'm just going to get rid of these guys, just so I can begin the next war immediately, before anybody has time to join a defensive pact, and thus make this situation even worse. But, where is it? Conquest of Rome. The day has flipping come. Okay, so far, his friends haven't shown up, because yes, it wasn't actually an alliance, it was a cultural bonds alliance, which I'm not 100% sure whether that means they're planning to show up or not, but we'll see. Okay, for this nonsense, I'm willing to raise my own troops up. I'll also be calling Sicily back into the fold here. 7,000 troops is a very solid number. You guys can report directly to Rome, and yeah, my old friends in Epirus and Greece, you guys will also be providing manpower for this. Given the potential for this war to escalate, though, I'm going to call in the King of Thrace too. He can also assist. Gotta watch out for this area, by the way. Some of the supply limits are very small. 13,000 here. Only 7,000 just north of Rome. Another 7,000 here. I'm guessing this is all mountains, so yeah. Watch out for that. You know what? Screw it. I'm calling up Bulgaria too. We can just all march in, take a bit of territory each. And here we go. This is why I want to start that war immediately. All of a sudden, literally everyone in the world wants to jump straight back into a defensive pact. Okay, here they come. France has jumped in to defend Rome. No sign of anyone else just yet, but we'll see if they change their minds over time. And bless him, Zeus has done it. He's expanded over here, and yes, Greece now owns a large part of southern France. This is wonderful. Also, apparently the King of Bulgaria has a claim against all of Aquitaine. I mean, I tell you what, I wouldn't say no to more ridiculously over-the-top Bulgarian expansion. Meanwhile, one of the other Catholic kings has actually started an unrelated war, despite the fact this guy was in a cultural bonds alliance with Romaine, to take this tiny county up here. And you've got, you've got nothing, my good man. Okay, that territory is marshy. How many troops do you have available? 1,400. You know what? Just get up there, guard it as best you can. I'm going to send the forces of teams to reinforce you. You two forces together should be absolutely fine to deal with this nonsense. Here we go. 2,000 troops standing here. There's rivers absolutely everywhere. It's a bit marshy. They should be able to grind down any forces that head in this direction for the time being. Though it's from over here, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to take you guys a while to arrive. I'm also going to send my retinues in, but I'm going to keep them towards the rear. We'll commit them in the event of an emergency, but I'd rather not pay for their maintenance later. Here we go. 5,000 troops of Romaine. That should be a good amount of everything they've got. In fact, yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. So we just need to smash that. Speaking of which, I'll be having Rome now at this point. Oh my goodness, I won the Siege of Rome. Right, so, Rome now belongs to me. Love it. Okay, keep on keeping on, because I'm guessing some of this stuff is... actually, that's better guarded. That's not, that is, that's not, that isn't. Okay, so, all we need to do is siege down these two baronies normally. These territories over here, the cities and the churches, we can just walk in. Oh, and here's fun. There's an Abbasid revolt. I always love one of those, though, to be honest, it is going to help out the Pope. The Pope should very easily hold against the jihad if, yeah, the source of the jihad has largely just collapsed. And yeah, right now, Bataan the Conqueror is... oh, okay, this I like. This is an independence war. This is a Jewish superstate independence war that might be about to break the Abbasid dynasty in half. Oh my. Oh, the flip my. And it's winning. It's easily winning right now. 19,000 troops. And that's most of the tribes. That's where they get the troops from. Oh, he's got like half of that. Oh, this could be perfect. This is finally the Abbasid dynasty breaking the flip apart. I love it. Okay, so the Romaine army is now taking out this tiny bit of Ragusa that they took off Venice. It's slow progress though. He's gonna be there for a very long time. And on top of that, there is slow fever over here, so I'm not sure whether that's going to negatively affect the army or not, but it's 5,000 men. Decent number of heavy infantry, though. Not nothing. Should I just send over a force to go and intercept them. Then again, actually, this is kind of a trash vassal army. I mean, I do outnumber him in every way, except actually he's got more heavy cavalry, which is kind of annoying. I've got way more in the way of archers, light, pikes, heavy. Yeah, you know what? I think we're fine to just send in 8,000 men with some good commanders. Everyone else continue the sieges. I will keep my reserves back over here. If France shows up, we will go and destroy them, though I'm not seeing much evidence of them moving in this direction yet. Here we go. He'll have the hills advantage, but honestly, hills is not the worst thing in the world. We do have, yeah, a good, what is that, 60% more troops than him. You've just been doing some stealing of territory up north. Bulgaria doing some excellent expansion over there. And yeah, despite the fact he's got the advantage, I should have, oh my goodness, that's actually the King of Romaine right there. And wife is pregnant. Excellent. I mean, if we could capture, oh, hang on. Okay, potentially you're about to lose to that guy, and actually you... Guys, come on, I'm embarrassed that you're actually about to lose this fight. I am straight up embarrassed right now. You have let me down, and you've let the Empire down. Right, I'm calling up a handful of extra men here. 2,700, those are the forces of Anatolia. For the simple reason, France seems to be trying to sneak round the back over here. Wallachia, 1,000 men from you. Yeah, head over here. Deal with these individuals, please. Ah, that's why France hasn't shown up in force. Because yes, Bulgaria holds a tiny bit of land right by France. So that's what you guys are attacking. Got it. Ah, darn it. Meanwhile, up north, you guys managed to, yeah, get together more troops than I was expecting you to. Possibly you've hired a few to supplement your army, so you're on the way to taking this territory back. Okay, we will... Yeah, that was definitely mostly hired, darn it. Okay, we will send some more troops in that direction to relieve this part of the world as soon as we can, okay? Also, I think the forces of France and whatnot over here might have just been attacked by a revolt of Epirus, which is bloody convenient. Okay, so I now have 7,000 good troops over here, and you're 1,400 who are just fleeing into the exact territory you're in. That's fine. I might well be tempted just to send, yeah, these 7,000 north. You guys rendezvous up here, head over here, smash these guys, then loop round to here. Because these guys are winning, but if we just go and smash them... Hang on, how long is this going to take? Oh, that's going to be done in, like, less than a month. Do I want to send a significant force to go and intercept these guys and then take all of this back? Yeah, you know what? We're doing it. I'm going to commit the reserves. This is going to be expensive, but we do have plenty of money for the time being. Guys, group up over here. We're going to move in, smash these guys, absolutely destroy them, and then take all of this territory back. Also, I just accidentally clicked on a notification that came up too fast while trying to click on something else. Apparently, I had a daughter, so that's fine. That's largely irrelevant. Here we go. Forces drawn together. Set the best commanders we got for this nonsense. Admittedly, that's the same commanders who managed to lose last time, but whatever. So just getting over here, smash these idiots. Alright, seriously, I want some revenge at this point. And, okay, that's looking more like what I was expecting to see. Thank you. And by the way, in prison for you. And now I think we can very comfortably just, move in and take all of this back, which should be worth a lot of war score. And then again, that's 600 men. You know what? We'll just siege those. Oh, bloody hell, this is not good. Okay, separate off the retinues, please. I don't want them here dealing with this. These guys just smash these forces up here, no problem whatsoever. And honestly, while you're around this part of the world, you may just siege down some more Romaine territory. I mean, if nothing else, this is just going to weaken some of the garrisons in this part of the world. And actually, is this area... Okay, this area is sick, this area is not. Yeah, just siege down this area because sooner or later, Thrace is going to want to expand into here. Okay, Tivoli has fallen, and these last two areas have basically no defense on them. So just move in over here. That's it. Rome is now fully occupied. 48% war score. And as soon as I've taken back all of this, that should be no problem whatsoever. You guys moving over there. Yeah, there's now nothing here. 300 men in and flipping. Oh, okay. It's young Prince Theseus. I set myself as his guardian so I could have all these events. So, actually, this isn't his event. It's mine. So, not now, child basically means, yes, I might get cruel. Nothing happens to him aside from the fact he doesn't like me. Cruel is not terrible in some ways, but kind. He might get better, which is really important, and I might gain kind, which is actually kind's bad for intrigue. But vassal opinion up, it's got to be worth it. I don't have that already, right? No, that's one of the few virtues I don't have, but I'm more interested in his stats. So right now he's got 1 and 1. Come on, let's have ourselves some flipping stat increases, and we get nothing. Nope, literally nothing at all. That's a shame. Right, just keep pushing in here. There we go. Has that all been freed up? Not quite yet. There we go. Lovely. 73%. Now we've liberated this territory. So, what around here is nice and vulnerable? Not much, but I can't help but notice that Romaine is attacking. I'm guessing you'd be attacking. No. Hang on, I thought you'd be attacking like a trade outpost, but what are you doing? Ah, it's a city that apparently we own for some reason. Ragusa must have taken it off Venice at some point, because they've got no reason to own that otherwise. And here we go, my niece comes of age, so now she can marry the King of Bulgaria. Both pagan, that's all absolutely a-okay, so yeah, I'm down for that. She's reasonable if unspectacular. Have fun with that. Right, deploy my troops north just to smash them again while we get on with the besieging over here. Also, end of an era here. The first of my siblings has actually passed on. It was Nope, in the end, who just died of cancer, I believe. So, that's sad. That's very sad indeed. And also, who the hell is this guy? This guy's my half-brother. I don't know how or why, but he is. My mother must have remarried after my dad died. Got it. Okay, we got a handful of really small territories over here where we can just walk straight in. Poland has converted to... No! Boo! Hold on to the pagan course. Paganism rocks. Okay, 88% and we are just smashing their army again. No problems here whatsoever. Hopefully that's going to be worth a fairly large amount of war score. +6, excellent. 97%, and we have most definitely had a really big battle already. So head back over here. If we can just basically, yeah, force our way into any small territory whatsoever. What's this, by the way? 2.1. That'll do. That'll flippin' do. Guys, form up. Head over here. Knock this down. And unsurprisingly, the jihad has indeed failed once again, because these guys were stuck in the middle of a massive independence revolt. Oh, and what's this? The new child king of Romaine has sent me a message, saying that, actually, he's planning to surrender. He's actually surrendering. And he's surrendering Rome to me right now, meaning Rome is back in pagan flipping hands. And that means the Hellenic faith is now up to a rather impressive moral authority of 43. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, obviously we're going to be creating some new vassals for all of this down over here. But as for Rome itself, no. I should be holding on to that myself, because I assume, wow, you guys did not invest in Rome, like, at all. Right, begin work on this keep immediately. I want Rome looking good, damn it. And as for the temples of Rome, I'd say every single one of those is about to get itself dedicated. Well, obviously, one to mighty Zeus himself. I can't actually do all three of them in one go. Fair enough. The important point is, we have now got 3 Hellenic priests and a Hellenic dedicated temple inside Rome, which I will be keeping, together of course with Athens, which is currently being attacked by you guys who can't possibly get in, but whatever, and of course Constantinople, because I shall now own all of the centres of culture. And in order to get this stupid war to actually take this tiny county to stop, I guess we'll just send 7,000 men over to their capital and destroy that. Rome also apparently contains Hogwarts over here, which is good, so levy size up, siege defence up, absolutely lovely. Fertility up, that's nice, together with drunkard opinion up. I can execute prisoners, I can send alcoholic gifts. Okay, this place is weird, and apparently now I can have private conversations. Here we go. So I can just have a private conversation, or I can try to intimidate him. Okay, so that's of interest. Or I can just send him a bottle of really good wine. Also, my non-aggression pact with Count Hector appears to have worn off, and at this point, yeah, actually, no one cares about me revoking this territory, which I did kind of want to revoke, because, you know, it is core Serbia. So we'll be having that off you as well. Lovely. Okay, I now need to figure out what I'm going to keep versus what I'm going to not. So I think it might be time to, yeah, dispose of this territory over here. As lovely as it is to hold Ephesus, the Temple of Ephesus is long since gone, so there's no great wonder of the world here. This territory just needs to go. Okay, I'm lacking obvious candidates to actually land here. So what I'm just going to do is, I'm just going to invent somebody. We're now just going to invent a noble. There we go, 29 years old, absolutely lovely. And now I'm just going to invent a woman. 17 years old, and obviously because I invented her, she is the right religion and ethnicity. Great! Congratulations, you two are now going to get married and go and run Samos or whatever. And on top of that, he can actually have himself, via Viceroyalty, the Duchy of Samos. Lovely. Right, have fun managing all of that. Also, I had one city over here, so okay, I'm now down to 8 out of 9. So I got myself the core Serbian territory, then we've got Constantinople, Athens, and Rome. Now that is one a hell of a holding. You know what, the King of Epirus will be fine if he's not actually on the council for like 5 minutes. Alright, we've only got one thing we need to do now, and that's Alexandria. So you, 16% annually. Yes, that's what we need. That's the one missing piece of the puzzle. Oh, and here's fun. While I was just ransacking these bastards' capital just to make them shut up and stop waging war on me, I've apparently got something fun. So I've got myself a magnificent painting. Well, that's just lovely. Oh, it's only worth prestige. That's not that interesting. More pregnancies, a backup son would be welcome, please. And yeah, we're just walking through this badly armoured territory over here. And there we go. That's good enough. So, I will take myself a bit of money. You can just lose some prestige. I can gain some prestige and you no longer have a claim. Naff off. Oh, and here's good news. Well, good and bad news. The King of Croatia has managed to actually make it to adulthood and is married to somebody who is themselves pagan, so their children will be the right religion, which is great. You've got 5,000 troops. There is a rebellion. How are you guys doing? Okay, you guys don't need to worry about that, don't really need to get involved. Epirus is also having some form of rebellion right now. Even though you're angry at me, you're 100% anyway. You've also gone a little bit on the stressed and great poxy side, but whatever. 5,000 troops versus, what's your rebellion? Okay, your rebellion sucks, that's all fine then. And it's just against tyranny. He's probably been just doing a bit too much revoking. And I believe my mother just actually died, so I need to get myself a new spy master. Okay, once again, the most qualified people in the world are just not people I want to be my spy master. Still, you'll do, just get on with a bit of scheming, please. And tech is coming along nicely too. I'll take a bit of tolerance up, just because, yeah, tolerance will get me penalties for different religions and cultures down a bit, and that is a problem, yes. And castle tax up significantly, plus more barracks. Yep, you know what? Castle infrastructure, level 5. Beautiful. In fact, yeah, let's get some improvements going across the board. We're floating a good amount of money right now, so I'm pretty comfortable doing a bit of investment. Oh, bloody hell, my eldest daughter Anastasia is ready for a childhood focus, and naturally, she's got Marshal of 6. At age 6, because why wouldn't she be amazing as a warrior king when she's not actually going to be eligible to inherit anything? Oh, and it's happened! It actually happened. The Abbasid dynasty has broken in two. Okay, how much do you have now? How do you still have 12,000? That feels like that's too much. Then again, I've seen you with like 20 in the past, so fair enough, I suppose. Oh, this is just perfect. We do actually have a second son, the second son of Poseidon. Now, unfortunately, Poseidon didn't have as many famous children as Zeus did. So as a result of that, probably the second most famous child of Poseidon, or arguably the most, even ahead of Theseus, was Polyphemus, the Cyclops, who, I'll admit, did not come to a good end, so maybe this is not a good idea, but screw it, he'll do. He is also a Virgo, so prestige down, monthly piety up, stewardship +1. Not a bad one, really. Okay, stuff is happening here. So, hang on. The old king of Epirus is dead, meaning under the viceroyalty rules, I get his stuff back, but also, I have a new heir. Why do I have the heir of Prince Polyphemus when he's second born under the same circumstances? No one's voting for him for emperor, so in which case, why is he... Is it because he's... Wait, why are you next in line for the kingdom of Epirus of all things? Also, Sparta's going to do an orthodox revolt, but that's fine. Putting down revolts helps my moral authorities. That's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. What just happened, precisely? Oh, I think Epirus just, Yeah, Epirus just burst. Right. I see the problem here. So, this territory is now Dyrrachium, which is, well, not independent, but it now reports directly to me. Hang on, no, it's not burst. The only reason it's burst is because I am the king, which I kind of need to get rid of, to be perfectly honest. But yes, now I can pick who I want to be king, and I know who I want to be king. It's you. I very specifically trained you to make sure you'd show up as Hellenic by the end, so you could be the next king. And this woman over here, yeah, she controls more territory, but she doesn't have much in the way of troops. So that should be absolutely fine. So, you, my lad, you can have, via viceroyalty, the kingdom of Epirus, and all associated under-territories. Though I'm not sure am I giving anything away right now? I don't think I'm giving anything away right now. I think that's fine. Right, there we go. Whatever nonsense just happened a second ago, Prince Theseus is back to being heir of everything. Excellent. There we go. Epirus back to how it should be. Okay, so here's where the good stuff starts to happen. It turns out that yes indeed, the despot of Wallachia has died, and as a result of that, I can pick the new despot. Well, you, son, appear to hold a fair bit of territory, together with the Duchy of Oltenia, and on top of that, you are the correct religion, so congratulations, you're the new king, for now at least. I really should have given it to this guy instead. He was much stronger and was also of the right religion. Then again, his son is Catholic, so maybe I did make the right call. Oh, I definitely just broke Wallachia. Actually, that guy no longer considers himself part of Wallachia. Okay, that's fine. He can just be independent. That's not a problem, aside from the fact Bulgaria might be really, really annoyed about that. Yeah, I thought you might be annoyed about that. Okay, fair enough, I suppose. You can have that back. Small Greek civil war going on down south, by the way, but honestly doesn't really matter. It's just to increase council power, so I'm happy to let that one just play out as it plays out. I simply cannot bear the sight of my brother Zeus, what with his perfect body and happy life. Perfect body and his happy life. Okay, Poseidon, you are not paying much attention to Zeus's life. And as I suspected, the King of Thrace has passed on, understandably, because, you know, he was old. He was 70, that's a good run in Crusader Kings 2. Meaning I have now picked up the actual kingdom of Thrace for now. And that means I need to find someone to hand it over to, which might be a bit of a problem, because who's actually left that's a good candidate? Because you've inherited a bunch of land, but you, my friend, are Catholic, so that is unacceptable. Aha! Duke Phocas the Unready, currently ruling this area. He has got himself an heir who doesn't appear to be one of his children, but whatever. But that's his heir, and that guy is also Hellenic. Perfect. Congratulations, you are now the new King of Thrace. Now, unfortunately, that cost me my Marshal, so Zeus can do that. He's pretty good at that, and the new King of Thrace can just be an advisor, because he's not very good at anything. Slight problem, though. Prince Carlo just entered the running for the Empire, meaning he's now technically my heir, but I lose... Actually, he inherits everything, apart from Serbia that goes to Theseus. So... I mean, when Theseus comes of age, I can't imagine that's going to last. And actually, in all fairness, I'm partly propping that up by myself. Yeah, I'm just going to change my vote over to Theseus. So actually, technically, this random count is now first in line, but... He's 58. He's not going to be around forever. Okay, Theseus is 6. And I do have the option to go for struggle. Marshall is looking okay. I'm going to take the gamble because I'm his guardian. So I should get a decision that lets me hopefully swerve any chance of dull. Ah, here's fun. Temples are off cooldown. So actually what I can do right now is set up a brand new temple in Rome. Let's go for Athena. Because Marshal +2 for the next 10 years is really damn nice. Especially as, yeah, these definitely last longer than the cooldown does, so I could actually be stacking multiple favours on top of each other. Oh my goodness. Right, so, my new chief priest, who I had to set up after my last one may have just slightly converted to Catholicism, has, I believe, just got himself like a 1% chance and converted, well, it says 7 actually. Okay, I swear it said 1, but, you know, 7% still very unlikely. He's just converted Rome. Rome is now Hellenic. Oh, I'm loving it. Though, why is this Hellenic like this, but this Hellenic is... Okay, I'm not sure why all the Hellenics are different colours, but whatever. That was so ridiculously unlikely. He only started doing the job like a few months ago. Oh, flip me, he's got it. We finally got it. We've been trying for cocky decades. But we've actually got the claim on Alexandria. Yes, do it. Also, Anatolia just went through a bit of a rapid change there. Sorry, I totally missed that Queen Phyllis died. But like, barely a year later, her son also died. So now, there's a Peyron back on the throne. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, he's Catholic. Okay, Peyron was always a bit confused about this sort of thing, sure. Okay, king or not, send him a big old bag of gold. Now, plus 44, that should be plenty enough. We can educate him. So we can make him what I want him to be. There we go. Job done. Faith being taught by a beautiful, beautiful Hellenic pagan. So, the young king of Anatolia will come to see my way of thinking. That, I believe, might be the last throne that was not actually in Hellenic hands, because Croatia is, Trebizond and Sicily is, Epirus now. Hang on, Epirus... I think Epirus isn't actually. Hang on, there's... Who the hell are you, and why are people dying without the game telling me about it? Killed in personal combat, apparently. Wait, I did know about that, because I literally handed it over to you. Sorry, I just forgot. Also, were you always a lunatic? 'Cause I can't actually remember whether you were always a lunatic or not. You know what, I'm just going to very quickly invent a new woman here. She's actually very good, spot on. So you are going to be marrying her at this point. Just to make absolutely sure that every single child is the right religion. Okay, so I can attack the Pope and go and get the 5th and final holy site of Hellenism. However, if I do that, I strongly suspect that I'm basically declaring war on, yes, everybody. Just about everybody. But people do drop in and out of these things. Then again, that's not that many people. I think Poland's not doing so well right now. Oh yeah, 2,600 troops. England is a long way away, and that's not even who I was expecting to see. I swear you just said Prince Silo. Also, Burgundy's back. That's nice. I'm doing it. I'm just going in. I could wait maybe 3 or 4 years for threat to wear off, but it's kind of irrelevant because other Catholic rulers are just going to jump in to defend the Pope anyway, so we're just going. We're just flipping going. My forces are about 50,000 odd, so I'd say 25,000 wants to head over to Egypt, 25,000 want to stay right here and guard the empire, because obviously Catholicism is on the way. Okay, on this occasion, no question. Literally everybody is going to be standing. Everybody is coming. Alright, Sicily and Trebizond, you've got yourself a papal city right there. Honestly, you may as well just get in there, sort out that nonsense. Ragusa, I'm gonna be needing your boats on this occasion. Okay, the troops of Serbia and Croatia will stay here in Serbia and defend the mainland with the assistance of Sicily and Trebizond. The forces of Greece, Epirus, Thrace, Anatolia, and whatever else is floating about, you guys gather at the southern tip of Greece, and from there, you're going to take the boats over to Egypt. Ah, yes, of course, and omens. Spend all the money we've got on the best possible omens. 500 gold and... 500 gold and my armies perform 10% worse than if I'd done nothing. Good job, everybody! Okay, so far no one's getting involved but Austria. And I see them right there with a handful of troops. I'm guessing heading straight for Rome. They will be able to siege it down, but I can go and relieve Rome long before they can get through the defences. And it looks to me like, yeah, these guys have got plenty going on by themselves without getting involved in this nonsense. Also, it turns out that flipping Hades, the bastard son of Basileus Joseph, is trying to rise up against me. Well, this just isn't acceptable. Here we go, that lovely intrigue skill Poseidon's got. That's gonna be very useful. Okay, Hungary's on board, but they're nothing. Some of the Knights groups are getting involved too, and who are you technically? You're, you may be the Prince of England, but you're also, yeah, part of one of those groups. So watch out for these guys. They can sometimes hit harder than you might expect, because plenty of heavy cavalry, plenty of heavy infantry. Okay, so I've got 2 years to assassinate Hades of Zeta, should be no problem whatsoever. And we've begun sieging down the Pope's holdings over here. But yeah, Austria and some of the knights are, I think, converging here at Ravenna, which we might just have to give up for the time being. While we just, yeah, mop up some stuff over here. Hungary's up here, barely anything, so I'll just send this force over to deal with that, no problem whatsoever. Okay, 26,000 men are loaded into the galleys and ready to move off here. The problem is that supply limits in this part of the world are low. Very low, actually. In fact, where on earth can my troops even stand? Basically nowhere, because it's a desert. Okay, the coast isn't so bad. We'll head over here. Right, all forces move ashore. The invasion of Egypt has begun. We are now ashore, but we are immediately taking some damage just because of attrition. And, ouch, that's a lot of attrition. Okay, what we're going to want to do is split this force in half. I'm going to work under the assumption. So, split that in half, and half of you move straight over to here. Boats, withdraw, go and pick up the remainder of the forces. Okay, there we go. Sieging has now begun. There are a decent number of troops around here. So, yeah, more arriving. Another 7,000 coming in momentarily. Also, raiders have picked this moment to cause a lot of trouble, which is not great, but it's gonna be worth it. Alright, all we need to do is reform this religion and we will be in much better shape. Now, it looks to me like, yeah, the Knights Templar are just looping the long way round, possibly heading for Zeta, possibly heading all the way round to Egypt by land. It's not clear. I mean, I wouldn't say no to just leaving this force of 10,000 right here to guard Italy and all of these holdings, because sooner or later someone's going to be coming in, and yeah, more and more forces are joining, including that's Amalfi. Okay, that's 100% fine. That's why we need these forces here. Okay, Hungarian forces have been smashed. Bring one of my main armies back down south to defend Zeta, please. That should be able to take care of that. You guys doing a good job over here. That's open plains. We might want to just move over to... yeah, over to here. I just need to get my morale back. Actually, morale's looking good at this point. That's already recovered. You guys draw up together. You can just be left behind. You were a bit slow. Get on the boat. Get over here. We need to take out this main army of 13,000 at some point. And bear in mind, if need be, I can just hire mercenaries to supplement. Okay, the Knights Templar are heading north. It's possible they're planning to intercept my army. I mean, if so, I'm happy to let them try and cross a river into me. These are good troops. So what are you doing? They are. They're actually going to try and cross a major river to attack my forces directly. Okay, well, assigned commanders, I'm willing to give battle here, no problem. The new Thracian king's done me a favour too. He started a very tiny war against Romaine, but that should keep them nice and distracted. And yep, he's genuinely doing it. He's locked himself into moving. So, I mean, okay, there's another siege that we've just won over there. You're trying to cross a river into some of my best troops. And one of your flanks has already collapsed, so your centre's now going to be gone. My centre's actually gone. Okay, this was a lot of heavy infantry. We knew there were going to be losses. Yeah, it's a win, but it's a bit of a heavy one for us. Still, we did just capture at least one person in battle, which is good. We're winning sieges, but we're losing sieges, but that's just to random rebels, so that's absolutely fine. The sieges that matter are going well, and we just did a lot of damage to these guys. That's a random host. You're Hungarians who can't make it anywhere. And the last few territories over here are going down very fast. You get married to someone of my choosing. This is all fine. Everything's okay. Okay, 49%, and I see the Templars attacking this territory up here. It's going to take them a while to get into that territory, though. I'm just going to go and chase off some of these bloody rebels who have just appeared out of nowhere. Make sure we destroy all of them. These forces are around here. That's Thrace heading up to this direction. That's Amalfi. We can just move down south and intercept them. Not worried about Hungary anymore at all. These forces are doing a competent job. You can't even stand there with only 7,000 men. Great. You're up to 15,000, which is a lot. And I do need to win a battle sooner or later against you all. Okay, how's money? We're actually making a profit right now, even with all troops standing. Deploy the fleets back home. I might be willing to supplement with some mercenaries. Okay, raiders chased off. Time to head north and reclaim this bit of land. Because, yeah, this is going to be a big focal point for some big campaigns. You're heading north at this point. I'm not seeing anything else. May as well move this force further north. There's another raider down over here. That's not a high priority right now. But for the time being, you guys are all doing a good job just sieging down territories, making money, just making a good dent in the war score. Though it's possible Amalfi's planning to intervene. I'm not 100% sure there. And yeah, some of these territories are now very badly guarded. So we should start getting into them very fast indeed. Good, 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 good. In fact, that's nothing. Just get over there, take that. Absolutely lovely. Good, good start. In fact, there's a small army right here. I don't know if that's big enough to count as a proper battle. If it is, then actually, we might just be able to win purely off taking settlements without ever taking on this army. I mean, it's going to be a nice, easy fight. We're losing sieges somewhere. Just some captain of the Papal Guard here. You go down, no problem whatso-flipping ever. Love it. We've actually just captured your captain of the Papal Guard, which might well actually be valuable. 74% and rising. We've now engaged in a proper battle. There are a couple of knights trying to reinforce the Pope over here. Intercept them before they can actually get over to him. Then we just stay on this side of the Nile. The Pope can't get to us, and we can just ransack all his stuff. Up north, meanwhile, we just take this back. That's 82%. And do you want 30 gold for some military points? Probably. Well, you can have it. Okay, Ragusa has been reclaimed. The northern and southern frontiers are looking in good shape. Nobody seems too interested in defending the Pope. Okay, there's some Knights Templar causing trouble up north. I'm going to send one of my main armies to go and intercept them. You guys guard Italy. I see no particular sign of trouble. Thrace has got some big forces dotted about too. We should be under control here. This siege is going very smoothly for the time being. And Armoured Chariot once again failed, but 50 points. I will never say no to 50 points. That is a good thing right there. Let's get some tech advantages going on. And more sieges, 88%. Okay, come on. Here we go, guys. We're getting there. 91. It's slow, but it's... Where's the Pope's army? 141 galleys are on the move. I think the Pope is shipping his entire army over towards me, which I am more than happy for him to do, because by the time he can do anything, I'll have taken enough territory to basically win the war. In fact, screw it. All forces get in over here, knock this over. We're taking Alexandria. The wall's already 3.1 at Alexandria itself. We should just be able to walk straight in. Screw it. Go, go, go. Just take the city. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's 100% because we've taken the actual destination. Oh, excuse me, Your Holiness. I think we'll be having the Grand City of Alexandria wrapping up my 9 out of 9 territories, actually. And I think with that, I own the holy sites. And because I own the holy sites, hang on, let's just get my my moral authority up a little bit here. Yeah, hang on, there's... Oh, technically I don't actually own this stuff. Hang on, I assume it's this one you need me to get rid of. Catholic vassals will really object if I get rid of you. Well, that's a shame for them. Because now we're just going to make a brand new vassal. A better vassal. A vassal who is, yes indeed, Hellenic. And with that, with flipping that, for some reason the one in Syracuse isn't properly set up. I don't know why you've still got your job, but whatever. Probably you work for a Catholic duke. But with that, with flipping that, religion can be reformed. Oh, and also my flipping daughter, who is not going to be in any way particularly useful going forward, has of course picked up all the best traits for Marshal, and already has Marshal of 10 at flipping age 12. Great, just spectacular. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I can just reform my religion, giving it a big old pile of new things. 1 nature, 2 doctrines, and 1 leadership. And once I'm an organised religion, oh, I can do so many more things. Holy wars are back on. Great holy wars. My own version of the Crusades could be back on. We might be able to convert the entirety of the empire to Hellenism a lot more flipping easily. We might be able to become the most ridiculously powerful warrior race in the world. But this is a decision that needs, you know, a little bit of thought, ladies and gentlemen. So I'd say that is enough for now. Next time, I'm going to reform Hellenism. I am going to make this into a power that the world shall flipping fear. Because right now it's a bit on the small side. Like, we've got Rome, we've got Serbia, pretty sure we've got, we've got Athens over there, and we've got, like, a little bit of Ionia. That's it. That's literally all we've got. So, I think we can do a lot more than that, ladies and gentlemen. I think we can do an awful lot more than that. Catholicism, your time is coming to an end. Oh, I've got all of the holy sites. This is where things get interesting. And when things start speeding up too. Because once I can do my own crusades, well, all of a sudden, Italy, Romaine, you guys could all fall to me in a single war. And I've got the strength to take on all of flipping Europe simultaneously. I could finally take back all of Asia Minor. I could just take Antioch. Oh, there's so much we could do. Right, big, exciting stuff coming up next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Crusader Kings 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much. In Fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!